We'll see. Maybe we'll do Chinatown Detective Agency. That's kind of feeling like maybe not playing that, but then I do want to play it. Oh. Anyways, we'll focus on this. Congratulations on your medal. Swimmer. Like a made up language? Or is this what the sea's calling her? Okay, no, there's Daily Telegraph in the back. I thought this was maybe some kind of alternate reality that still had the Olympics in it. Yeesh. I don't know where I got the poaching. That might not be it at all. We'll see. It doesn't matter. Or artsy, emotional, indie. I've never heard of that before. Nothing wrong with it in that sense. Save too much cynicism till we're done. I mean, really short, emotional indie games that barely leverage the medium, you know, are a dime a dozen. So hopefully this just tells a strong story, and it'd be a nice bonus if it used video games in a cool way. So far it uses video games. And we want the boat. This is cute. Are we just seeing like a journey here? It's gonna be the MCM. Cut and upload this and delete it immediately. We're zooming out here. Maybe we're just supposed to manipulate for a bit. For no particular reason. Oh, there's lots to click on. So this is not manipulatable in a big way. There's cracks in the ground here. Apparently an old radio can break the ground. My computer's cooking. Well, so far we've gathered she's a bronze medalist swimmer. I think we might have saw something about a mother there, and there's a lot of imagery related to the ocean, swimming. She doesn't feel good about, I assume, getting bronze, but maybe something extra here. Yeah, there is some parent stuff. Are they fighting? Oh yeah, how so? Okay, so they ran away from Daddy. I'm going to assume that Daddy was mean and Mom didn't just kind of yoink her away. Surely it couldn't be Crusader Kings 3, man. Bronze medalists in there. What am I looking at right now? Oh, an actual deja vu. Okay. Barely read these. There's like a particular one I'll notice. Looks good. Oh. One that's blue. Yeah, getting a real deja vu is weird, huh? Been a few weeks since I've had one. Is it a real memory? Or was it bullshit? You never know. Is she right in here? Or is this actual water? Wrong with her cheeks? Spinning. She's going a little too fast. Tactical crying action, yeah. I'm sure we get farmed by staying all day. I was watching a lot of that yesterday. I got way too tired, so I just watched progress. I've heard this band, or maybe this style of like indie melancholic singing has gotten really popular. It's not a kind of music I hate by any means, but also like fresh stuff. Have people been getting farther, or is there some pretty hard blocks? I've only seen the first like 30 seconds. People don't get past that first flurry yesterday. Oh yeah. You have an enrage or? Well, some of the water imagery here and sounds are nice. Well, I see where they're going with some of the emotion, melancholy here. Gripping notes. I don't know if there. I don't think there's much symbolism here. Not that it needs it, but it's a cute way to, you know, her going through some journey underwater. You know, maybe the water, tears, and all that shit. Cute way to have your 30-minute game have a bit bigger of a punch. She found some oxygen. Perfect timing, right? Because it's art, man. Yeah, we finally made it to seabed, dude. It only took forever. The eerie undertones here. She's amphibious, man. She swims, she doesn't walk. It's going good, man. I like playing a short indie here. Might get into FF14 after this. About yourself? Or I'll play a point and click after this. I'm kind of in a point and click mood. Thought about Monkey Island 3, but I have a Game Pass one we can do. Oh, mama. I imagine some of this is her actually maybe retreading certain footsteps. It could all be in memories. Memories would be cute depending on the punchline. I mean, you only need to look at it to know that answer. I would say it's artsy indie game. Is it? Mama back in some heat. It's got light interactive elements to kind of forward the story. Nothing you haven't seen, and definitely nothing that is overly clever, but it's cute. Very light. I don't know typo, man. Swim. Well, I imagine the mother's dead. We'll see. Maybe not. There's a heavy bit of melancholy and sadness that's going on. So she either died recently or our person maybe regrets maybe chasing their dreams too much and kind of leaving the mama behind. We'll see. There's some kind of sadness here related to the mama, and there's only so many ways you could take it. 200 more years left. Are you gonna wrap it up, or is that enough now that you're pretty much there? I think the intersection or the integration of the 2D drawings into these 3D places is pretty clean. It's in such a different style though, sometimes you can barely even tell it would be her. Yeah. How long was this playthrough? 40 something hours maybe? 30, 40? Move some shit out of the way. Damn, it's pretty meaty. Puzzle platform where you have platforms and obstacles. Oh, you can move these too, or pull them up. Platforms and obstacles, words on them, moving letters around. Change the word, changes the nature of the object. Is that an artsy game? Sounds more just kind of like a... It's trying to be more inventive puzzle game. When I think of like an artsy indie, I think of something that's predominantly focused on visuals, maybe a story, pushing some kind of like atmosphere or like emotion or something. Oh, okay. I'd have to see it. Do you recommend it, or is it like whatever? I assume most people don't actually get to the end of Crusader Kings 3. It doesn't seem to be the kind of game it is. What is this last one? I'm just waiting for it to be like her picture at the fucking funeral or something. It's an art game. You get too attached to the logic behind it. Then, then the game's completely went over your head. There's water everywhere because she's a swimmer, and because she made a lot of memories with her mother involving the ocean and swimming. That would be pretty much the extent of why there's so much water. Yeah, I'm jamming, dude. Here, let me put Typo Man down. I'll look it up later. Mama is sad. But she puts on a happy face for her kid. It's hard being a single mother. Well, they're really trying to build up the relationship she has with her mom. That's founded on tough times, so the punchline is what we're waiting for, I guess. Oh no, the snail. Thunder. Sign of troubled times. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. Don't touch that snail. 6 billion people died because of it. The single solitary snail. This is the first thing you touch at the beginning of the game. So bento. They've got a new home. Lots of work. No time for the kid. Yeah. A lot of animals. The 2D art's pretty cute though. It's pretty expressive. Swim. The giant boils or growths on their face are a little crazy, but that's just the style. Big eyes, big heads. Works to make things more, expressions more exaggerated and shit. Did she learn to swim here, or is this a museum? Could be both. Like an aquarium. with maybe a pool on the other side. The water complex. Like a cliff face.
Is it cold where you are? Is it cold where you
Just realized I'm a weeb and stuff. It's full of anime months of clips. Oh man. I don't know if they've realized what I am. What am I? Let me see. Your feed though. I always just go exactly to where I want to go. Or I'll look at the left side of my YouTube to see who has new videos and then that's like it. I'm very YouTube weak. Home section. Alright, let me click that. A lot of these are my subscriptions. What isn't though? Kind of random movie and video game videos, nothing specific. They need more data, man. I tend to not click related videos. Maybe that's part of the algorithm. What's up, Redless? Oof, this game is like maxing my GPU, man. Which is so bizarre for a game that's, I wouldn't call it an extremely visually insane game, but you know. Let's turn on desync, that might help. So I think my refresh rate's only set to 85 right now because of FF14. Yeah, I just literally look at the, if they have a little blue dot next to their name, I'll click it and watch a video sometimes. About it. I'm more of just like a channel binge person. Like right now I'm just watching a bunch of red letter media. I don't really spend a shitload of time on YouTube, but when I do, it's usually like some kind of binge like that. Although there is a few people over the last couple of years I finally actually do watch their new videos. Yeah, I kind of assault people with shitloads of videos on my channel. We'll see. I've been kind of doing it every other day now, but we'll see. I might do some tonight. I'm almost done. I think I got like 600-700 videos though. Where's she going? Running away or... Getting some bravery to something. Oh yeah, that stuff sucked. Hearing like yelling, or what is this? Doesn't sound like just normal thunder. Mama getting a little too stressed. I'm wondering if it'll be more like Mama gets a little too stressed and she ends up kind of like leaving old Mama behind, or it could be really dark. I just don't know if it would go. I mean, so dark that like Mom would kill herself or something. That would be different. Feels like the kind of one where it'd have some kind of happy ending. We'll see though. What? I mean, it wouldn't make any sense if she wasn't. It would just be kind of a twist for the sake of it. It wouldn't even really have a point to the twist. I mean, the kid was an actual Olympic swimmer, or she is as a ground lady. She's an Olympic swimmer. Unless their mother just happened to be one too. And this is about regrets as a mother, then yeah, it would be kind of whatever. Where's Mama now that we're a teenager? That's the big question. Or however old she is. Hard to tell with the style. Could be older. Oh, hey. It's Mama. So why was she sad when she got Olympic bronze? Other than probably just getting bronze. I imagine she's more sad because her mother's not there. Could be she's dead. That'd be the stereotypical twist. Maybe what we're hearing is like the mom fighting with the dad? Hard to tell. Well, the dad's been kind of out of the equation. The thunderclap's probably just the... I mean, when you think of thunder and shit, it's... Most people with thunder and rain is bad times and... rough times ahead kind of shit, right? I mean, that's how it's used in everything ever. In these kinds of games, at least. I don't think there's probably much symbolism beyond that. Yeah. This game doesn't feel like a lot of the visuals we're seeing have some kind of concrete symbolism. I think a lot of it's kind of flavored around her career and memories involving water and swimming. Other than maybe diving down into the deep of her memories. Like, there's some symbolism here and there, but I don't think it's like... It's like... swimming and symbolism here. It doesn't get that kind of vibe. I think it's more just... superficial sometimes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Symbolism can be overrated, but... I mean, when it's really artsy like this, imagine they try to put a lot of meaning into every little bit of it. Is she just doing it to get her mom's attention, or is that like part of it? She doesn't seem too interested in having the gold. I mean, people do that though. That's a lot of people will go try to be good at something. Attention to their parents or proud or something. Maybe that's where we're going there. Oh, trash in the place, man. Why is that? It's just the kid having a fit? Really not. She's either, I wouldn't say running away from home, but leaving home. Her mom is ignoring her, or going to college, maybe. Yeah, it seems like a more typical, like, the mom's dead. They had a lot of good memories, but her mom had it hard, so she ended up ignoring her kid. And they had rough times, and now, yeah, it's processing that. Maybe being naive about the whole thing when she was younger, blah, blah, blah. We'll see if it ends up being something a little different. Nothing wrong with being typical, but I think there's a lot of messages out there you could push with, you know, a story like that. I mean, parent trouble stories are always really interesting, and, you know, death can be really strong, but It's hard not to compare, you know, to everything else. We'll see by the end. Randomly cutting my FPS. Turn VSync back on. Hold on. Turn VSync back off. It's helping the GPU. I'll leave. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the story that's exactly the same as every other story, and it goes exactly where you think. It just depends on the execution and presentation. How you do it different. We'll see. I think some of the visuals are... I don't know what the FPS the game's running. My CPU, or my stream is like going from 60 to 59 to like low 50s randomly. Yeah, I put it on VSync. So it should be 85. But problem with a lot of these small indies is because they're so small in scale, they don't really care about optimization and shit. And then they end up actually being extremely heavy. Because, oh, it's a short whatever experience. Yeah, I mean, I would say some of the visuals are nice. I think as like a music video almost, it's got some nice kind of sad atmosphere, I guess. Melancholic, sad. I'm more sad, I suppose, but... Oh, shit. I'm swimming. There's some cute jumps from like 2D to 3D. Some of the interactions are okay, but nothing really not. I shouldn't dig into it until we're done. It kind of goes against the whole idea one of these are supposed to be immersed in these like short, emotion-heavy stories. I didn't swim in school, they didn't have it. That feels like it was some kind of symbolism. I liked swimming in general. But yeah. We didn't have a pool in school. If I just like had a big pool, I would swim for exercise. Music very unfitting. Swimming certificate? Were you doing some kind of like lifeguard thing, or maybe when you were younger? I didn't know there was. I mean, I'm not surprised. I guess there would be swimming certificate. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, having some kind of certification to do it, I mean, might be required in certain places. Oh, I guess the fish would be them, the mother and the child here. See, this music's strong. I think the piano music's really good in this. That, like, oh no, my success is not making me happy. Part was a little easy with the music. So were those the bad times and now we're gonna have the good times? Is this the acceptance of something? Yeah. I like their proof. Yeah, maybe more bad times. It would be very different if it just ended on a bummer. I'd probably prefer that. Not just for being different, but I feel like there's interesting maybe messages or yeah, maybe not even like a total bummer, but some kind of bittersweet something, you know, just like I don't know. It's too often you get just some of the same messages. I'd be more interested in seeing them try something a little spicier. Yeah. I mean, my money, we're going with the stereotypical is the mom's dead. And that our character, or the mom's dead, or our character got over their shit, understood what was up with their mom, and is gonna go reconnect instead of pursuing dreams she doesn't care about. Or yeah, the mom's dead and she's accepting death and thinking about the good times, the memories. I don't need something super dark, but well, they've been showing over the whole story that most of the swimming has come from the mother, kind of being an activity she did with the mother and shit, and that she did for her mother's attention, and she probably doesn't actually care that much about it. Neato. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean by execution. Because, I mean, there's been stories like this told, you know, forever, right? So it's more about how resonant they are with you through execution and stuff like that. I thought that was a good part. I think the part with the mom with the giant gold thing might have been a little overkill, but I think some of the music there and her going into like 2D and all that. The trophies are dirty and bronze with the picture of Mama's gold. You think that's supposed to be the mom? Or something else? I don't know what that writing was. There's real English in the game, but then there's, like, water language. It could be something where she's, like, willing to go back to swimming. She, like, maybe because she's gotten over the bad times and her bad feelings about mom. That's probably what the call is, I'd imagine. It's supposed to be swimming.
Hands held in heart, against the fear that broke us apart.
Do you mean reading the lips, Manok, or the message of the whole thing? I need to turn this down a little bit. Yeah, I thought that was alright. I think it started a bit typical. I don't think it really leveraged games in an interesting way. You could probably guess from the first couple minutes where it was gonna go, but I think by the end, the important part is they kind of cinched the message. I mean, I felt some emotions, for sure. I think what symbolism they did have was strong there at the end. I think they built up enough memories with her and the mother, and enough reasons why the mother would be the way she is. I think the only weird parts is it's kind of like, other than the mother, like, kind of ignoring her or not being there. I don't know if they sold that, but I can't tell if it was like you just kind of give up on the mom, or the mom just got distracted, or the mother was dead at some point. That's true. I definitely felt some emotions at the end there. But a parent should always get me. I've said that many times in the past. Stories about entire lives and parents and or just like loved ones and emotions like that come with those kinds of relationships, and they get me. So you don't get it. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is like I feel like you've seen a lot of these kind of like metaphors and visuals. Some of it's just kind of superficial. It's about her job essentially, her swimming, her career, her passion that maybe she refines as her passion. Perfect Blue. I'm thinking of the movie Perfect Blue. This is very different. Yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I think it was a little typical as it went. But I think it cinched it by the end. It's not telling a story that's terribly unique. It's not telling, you know, a story in a way that's totally unique. But I think the execution of it, especially by the end, was well done. I think it got across an emotion, and I always think it's like I said, kind of a me thing. It's very poignant. Poignant? Is that the word I'm looking for? Taking a look at somebody's entire life and mistakes and family and acceptance and stuff. So I think aesthetically it was fine. There's definitely, like Lucy said, there's probably some metaphor. I think for her being a swimmer and tying that into something that she learned with her mother and used to kind of get her mother's attention, and then using that also at the same time is kind of, yeah, like a diving into your memories and bad waters when bad times are happening. And I think it's a cool way to like kind of combine those two. So I thought that was cute. I mean, the story was about essentially a single mother falling out, you know, with the husband who took her daughter, raised her alone. Her daughter got into swimming because they went to aquarium and went out to sea and all this and that. But the mother, while trying to raise her, got too distracted by work and possibly died around there at some point. So they had a falling out. The kid keeps pushing swimming, becomes an Olympic swimmer, but it doesn't make her truly happy because she just wants her mother's attention. And then the end of it is pretty much her accepting that her mother had it rough, I guess. And that she does love her mother and gets it, not just being naive about it. But that her mother is dead, I suppose. But she's okay. So then she, I assume at the end there, got back into swimming. Was what the call was, I guess. I think that would be stronger. If it was a call from her mother, then it's her just essentially accepting what happened with her mother, then willing to meet back up with her. I think it'd be a lot stronger if the mom was dead. And it's her accepting that her mother did love her after the fact. Yeah, I thought it was strong. I don't know, I thought it was good. I liked it. I think the use of some of that, the female vocal, indie rock. I was like, indie rock. What do you even call that anymore? Indie folk? I'm not sure. I mean, that's typical. I mean, that's been used in a lot of stuff. It's really useful. It's really good music for, you know, melancholic and a sad story like this. I thought it was fine. It's one of those that, why did it need to be a video game? That's a question that's always kind of weird. I don't think it really matters. You can make your story in whatever you want. I don't think it was like Genesis Noir, which was like a waste of your time on the video game side of things, and they're trying to force it into video games so much, and it would have just been better as a short. I think it's essentially, yeah, just like a short film that, I mean, you probably could have had this be 20 minutes and cut the gameplay, and I don't want to change too much, but there were some interesting little uses of perspective. The first person swimming part, adjusting things, and, you know, the water starts coming out on the radio, and There's some cute stuff there. I don't think it leverages video games in an amazing way, but I don't think it was a shitty, like, this shouldn't be a video, or it shouldn't be a video game, it should be a short kind of thing. There's plenty of those. I think there's games that tell stories about family and stuff that are strongly used video games, like, was it What Remains of Edith Finch? That was a good one, right? Oh yeah, that one uses video games really well. Exploring and the perspective changes and gameplay changes to tell stories about like different members of a family. And got a similar thing going on. MJ implies it, but what was the phone call? Well, she got that same phone call at the very beginning of the game, and she ignored it because she was sad. And the phone call is just a bunch of sea imagery instead of letters. I'd imagine it's symbolic for swimming, maybe for her career as a swimmer, perhaps. If it was her mom, I feel like it would have did it, unless it was the mom and she just got over it here. But considering the mom disappeared into dust, and then was, and a little cheesy right afterwards that, you know, she's like looking over like kind of like Buddha thing. I think that was a bit overkill. I think her just turning into dust and the main character being 2D, maybe having like a content look on her face probably would have been strong enough, but and then the swim up, that'd be fun. But I assume she's dead. I assume that they had a falling out and they never reconciled, and then she died. I think that'd be a stronger story. Anyways, it was better than I expected. I was expecting very typical indie, over focus on stylization, trying to tug on your heartstrings with a very tried and true story, or trying to be like too ambiguous, with some music. I mean, it kind of, and that's the thing that it does do that. It is kind of typical, indie artsy game in like most ways, but I think it pulls off the emotion where it needs to. That while I really can't call it this like, whoa, this trendsetter, this it's breaking new ground, it's really different, it pulls off a story that, you know, in a good way. I think it paces itself well and shows you the right scenes to get you attached to these characters and implies enough things without overtelling everything that, you know, it doesn't rob you of any kind of emotional discovery or something. And it's short, it's fine. It doesn't feel like overly pretentious or anything like some do. Like Gris. I fucking hated Gris. Oh, Gris. That one feels just like pretentiously artsy. I like ambiguity. I'm totally fine with symbolism, but I think overkilling your symbolism and trying to be overly vague, there's a line between just being really pretentious and kind of tying a lot of imagery into a message in a strong way, right? And I think that's a cool thing about video games, is you can have the visuals, the interactions, how you interact with things and all that all work into that kind of symbolism. They're really smart about it, which is kind of why I brought up how it works as a video game. Because if it could just be a short, then why is it a game? And I always want to see people leverage video games in a greater way, right? He hates PvP. Poor bastard. Give up, dude. You don't need it. You don't need the rewards. Yeah, I think it was alright though. I don't know what you got, what everybody else thought. I liked it though. Like I said, I am very easily hit with family stuff, for sure though. And long periods of time, people reflecting on their life. If you want to watch a nice, I always recommend this when we play these like really short ones. I haven't even seen it in fucking eons. Yeah, I always recommend this one. It's a good one. I haven't seen it in over a decade, but it's a 12-minute short about water and looking back over your life. And it's got like more emotion in it than a lot of like, you know, much longer things. It's a good example of art with no words and just using imagery and sound and stuff to hit you with some emotions. So. Which is what this tries to do. I don't think it does it so effortlessly, but I still think it kind of did it. Anyways, that was nice. There was no poetry in this. I don't know where I got the poetry thing from. Maybe I just read that somewhere in like a separate thing and I thought it was connected to this. I'm glad there wasn't. Not that poetry is bad, but random poetry in my game. Very just cool. That was neat. Let's go rage at PvP or something. We'll see. Let me put this in the finish pile. Yeah. And this is, I feel like, also the strength of something that's like more show, don't tell. Go look at like the game we played, Lost Pages, and it's so literal and it tells you exactly what she's feeling and how she's feeling it. And it's so over explained, the emotions and stuff, that I feel like it just doesn't resonate. I mean, it's also a very poorly paced game. It leans more into gameplay, but that kills a lot of the emotion and the artsiness of it, even though it tries to be symbolic. And I think it's a very, very good contrast. If you ever played Lost Pages, that's also about it's a grandma who teaches this kid, you know, her granddaughter, sparks her interest in writing, and then so the game is shown through her jumping over words, and then it's also shown inside of a story, which is a story she's writing, and it's supposed to be symbolic and run parallel in a lot of ways to her emotions and what happened with the grandma, but it's told to you so matter-of-factly. It's not that it's obvious, it just tells you. There is no obviousness to it. Like, there's nothing to figure out. I think it takes so much away from something, especially if it was like this, that's supposed to be way more visual and full of implied meaning. I think that stuff is a lot stronger atmospherically. I'm just a random comparison there I was thinking of. Helps me appreciate this better, I guess. Well, I want to play fucking FF14. Kinda. I had my game sound break yesterday, but I think that's just tied to the game having some weird shit going on. I don't know if there's like a certain button combination that does it or what. I mean, I had it happen in a dungeon, the new dungeon, a while back, so. I don't want to open this app. I meant to open my authenticator. I'm gonna restart the stream. Let that VOD exist as its own thing. I'm actually gonna cut that, upload it to YouTube, and then delete it. There's music in there, and I'm like, I don't even want to take the chance. So.